We got Bella Boo. Hey, relax. Relax, it's okay. Hey, Boo. Hey, Soph. Sophie. So, cancel. Okay, cool. We're live. So this is back 14 years ago at exactly 7 cents. Satoshi Nakamoto on Bitcoin. 14 years ago. Wow. If you don't believe me or don't get it, I don't have time to try to convince you. Sorry. 7 cents. Okay, so let's do some math. Simple math. So we got 50,000 divided by 0.07 times 65,000. Got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that would be $46 billion. There's no way. That's crazy. Is that right? $50,000 divided by 0.07, 714,000 shares, times 65,000, $4.6 billion. Is that right? 4.6. So we got 10 right there, 500,000 right there, 400 million right there, 4.6, 46 billion. Wow. I would take $46 billion for a $50,000 investment. That's not too bad. Let's see what some of the comments say on that. 14 years later, still rocking. Yeah, you're right. Satoshi is undeniably the greatest visionary of our times. His legacy will be taught in schools. Okay, that's enough. Let me go back home. See if there's some new stuff. Okay, Donald Trump says Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before if elected president. When America is prospering, Bitcoin is soaring. Let's see what he says.
Today, and Bitcoin and crypto will skyrocket like never before, even beyond your expectations, and you are the people that are doing it. As we stop the war on crypto, we will immediately, and we'll do this very quickly, begin to build our economy, because when America is prospering, Bitcoin is soaring, and it'll go up with it. We had the greatest economy ever, and we will soon have it again under the Trump administration.
Okay, that's enough. So we got people that believe in Bitcoin: BlackRock CEO, Donald Trump, Tesla CEO, Uber CEO, Apple CEO, Nvidia CEO, PayPal CEO, Airbnb CEO, Microsoft, MasterCard, Meta, Apple, Reddit, Twitch, Twitter, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Charles Schwab. Wow. So Charles Schwab, the CEO of Charles Schwab, the one that I use Dad's advisor through, he believes in Bitcoin. Yet my investment is in a money account, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have to ask Steve about that. That is interesting. And you left MicroStrategy CEO off the list. That's funny. All right, let me go back home. If you believe If you believe Bitcoin has already run its course, you are not paying attention. Just in, BlackRock says model portfolios will make allocations to Bitcoin ETFs later this year. BlackRock, okay. BlackRock is doing something that means something is right. "27 Democrat politicians signed letter to the DNC demanding end to anti-Bitcoin policies of Elizabeth Warren." Good. Yep, I agree with this. But if you can divide each one of up to the 8th decimal place, 100 million Satoshis for all 21 million Bitcoins, if you're putting dollars into Bitcoin, it is effectively limitless. I agree. Alright, so this is funny from Fred. "What kind of maxi are you? Single, double, triple?" I said I'm a triple. And again, this is not financial advice. You hear that, Shauna? It's not financial advice, guys. Thank you, Shauna Bear, for making me remember to say that. Not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. But shit, I mean, your financial advisor is telling you to invest in some ETF that's making 7% a year, maybe, and then inflation is 2 to 3%, when Bitcoin is over 100% usually. I mean, I should be your fucking investment advisor at this point. Okay, so this is from Senator Cynthia Loomis. "Today, the national debt has passed a staggering $35 trillion. No shit, I said that earlier. A Bitcoin strategic reserve could stop this runaway train and help pay down the national debt for our future generations." I agree. Part of me really, 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 really wants to get a Corvette as soon as possible, but the real me, or the smart me, knows that it's probably better for me to wait 6 to 8 years to buy one, and I could buy exactly what I want and pay for it in cash and not have to worry about it. But the other part of me says there's a lot of creative aspects to having a car by being able to make videos and do more content and do stuff like that. So we'll have to make a opportunity cost assessment on what I decide to do in the future. So, okay. All right, so this is what I'm going to just read some stuff that Fred says. Fred, I appreciate you posting your stuff. I like watching your videos. I hope you think this is okay. I just want to brainstorm based off your ideas and give my opinions as well, because I agree with a lot of what you say. "Tesla almost went bankrupt. Solana almost went bankrupt. Trump was technically bankrupt for years. Even Apple once was close to bankrupt. Bitcoin can't go bankrupt. Invest in something that can never go bankrupt, and that is taking over the world." So I kind of disagree with this a little bit. I think it could go to like nothing, but I don't think it'll ever be zero. I think manipulation could cause it to drop a lot, but at the end of the day, it'll recover like it always does, and it'll reflect its true price based on the power law that we talked about earlier. This is another funny one. "I just bought a new car. It wasn't a Tesla. I don't use Solana. No need. I'm an Apple user, but lots of people prefer Android. The competition out there is tough, except for Bitcoin. Ethereum is a joke." I mean, I don't really understand Ethereum, but if I invested in Ethereum instead of Bitcoin in 2015, I'd have $30 million compared to $3 million. So that's a significant return that I don't think is a joke. "Elon doesn't get Bitcoin. Andreessen Horowitz doesn't get Bitcoin. Trump doesn't really get Bitcoin. If you are ultra successful, you can't easily accept that 30,000 lines of open source code could create more value than you. Yeah, you gotta have an ego death kind of experience to realize something is bigger than yourself, regardless of how much money you make. So this is from Cynthia Loomis. Huge breaking. Current Lieutenant Governor and candidate for Governor of North Carolina endorses the strategic Bitcoin reserve strategy. I wonder what that means for residents. It'd be cool one day if we start paying like property taxes and stuff in Bitcoin. I would use the dollar because I'd rather have an asset that's continued to grow as a store of value, but you got to use the currency until it converts. Bitcoin will outperform Tesla over the next 12 months. Tesla flat over the last 2 years. Bitcoin has gone up 4x. Expect more of the same. Oh, that's a sick shot. Hey, Bella. The U.S. government deciding to sell Bitcoin now, just despite Trump RFK Jr., would be a disservice to the American people and a dereliction of their duty as public servants. The Bitcoin address move from the government moved $2 billion of Bitcoin. Wow. $2 billion, and it costs 66 cents to send it. That's crazy. Yeah. It costs 60 cents to send $2 billion, yet it cost me $35 to send a wire over $1,500. Ridiculous. And you can barely get out over $5,000 in cash. So it's like, how are you supposed to buy a car in cash? No, you get a loan, get a cashier's check. They don't want you paying in cash. They want you paying in debt. But it's not a bad idea to use debt in your favor if you have assets to hedge against it. But don't take my word for it. I'm not a financial advisor. Right, Mom? Oh, man. Ooh, Invest Answers. I haven't listened to this dude in a while. Yeah, this dude's a beast. I'm subscribed to him, so thank you, Invest Answers, for some awesome information. I need to keep following some of your stuff. I've kind of forgot about you. Ooh, interesting. I've never seen this before. So if you look at silver, it's up over the course of that period, and then it breaks down, and then it bumps up again, and then it breaks down. But it's down 59% over the last 65 years. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look more into that next time. $2 billion worth of U.S. Silk Road Bitcoin just moved on-chain. Are the Dems dumping to show disdain for crypto and challenge their strategic reserve narrative? I mean, who cares what the Dems think? I mean, it's going to be bought up, and it's like a game of Agario. I mean, it's just going to, you're going to start out small, and you're just going to get bigger and take over the map. So Mr. 100 just dumped 2020 Bitcoin, 2.8% of their stash. Did they know something about the U.S. moving part of their Silk Road stash? So timing is everything. So maybe he sold it and it's going to drop a little bit and he's going to buy it back. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. Hello, Game Theory, meet Bitcoin. blockchain. 70K is incoming. I like that chart. Solana looking good. Yeah, Sophie. Wow, that's crazy. I wish I saw this back in 2011. Dang. 2011? Okay, so the average U.S. price in Bitcoin, average U.S. home price in Bitcoin. Stunning to see the real estate debased by the savage Bitcoin moves. Price target for 2030, 1 Bitcoin or 0.5 Bitcoin. That would be crazy because that means I would be able to buy a house, in a pretty good house at that. 2011. So the average home price per the price of Bitcoin. So in 2011, the average home cost was, let me see what it says, 2011 average home price. $267,000. So we're just going to ballpark, it's going to be 267 and above. So in 2011, that amount of money was worth 77.5 thousand Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoin. But the price at that point was nothing in 2011. In 2015, you can see that the average cost of the house has gone up some, but overall, Bitcoin outperformed it and went to 1,500 Bitcoin per house. In 2020, 60 Bitcoin per house. In 2024, 7 Bitcoin per house. So those moves are pretty substantial. They're not logarithmic. They're not like based off a power law, but I'd be curious to see if this actually follows a power law, because when you look at it, it's negative. It's a negative power law, which is a good thing because you want the price to continue to go up and you want the asset to continue to go down in size, because that means you can afford more. Time to be a bear? Yeah, I mean, if you want to time the market, go ahead, but I think it's kind of stupid. All right, let's go back home.